are we doing today, Miss?
All right. Today, sure, that's not going to help. Okay, better. All right, so today we are going to write the equation of a line, parallel or perpendicular to a given line, passing through a given point. Yeah. Okay?
11, 20.
Yeah, quiz next week, or test, I'm sorry, next week. I would be prepared for very short quizzes between now and then. So, let's talk. We've talked so far that the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, yes? M stands for slope, which we've talked about is rise over run, which is change in your y's over change in your x's, yes? Okay, so far we have also talked about parallel lines. Have what type of slope? Same slope?
Different.
Yep, same slope, different b. What about perpendicular lines?
Opposite.
Right, flip the fraction. Yep. And change the sign, yes? Wow, that's annoying. That's basically what we talked about on Friday, yes? Perfect. So, let's get into today. We're just jumping right into some examples. Okay? What page are we on? 22? My favorite number.
Why?
Because my favorite number is 2. And 22 has two twos.
So wouldn't that
It's just what it is. Okay? At the beginning of the year, I asked what all yours were, and you just said 7 because I like it. I at least have a reason. Okay, number 1. By the way, I can't count today either. I think we go like 1, 2, 1, 2, so just bear with it. Write the equation of the line that is parallel to the line whose equation is y equals negative 3/4 x minus 5, passing through the point 4, 2. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Write the equation of the line that's parallel to the line whose equation is y equals negative 3/4 x minus 5 and passes through the point 4, 2. Alright. What's important? The word parallel is important, right? What do we know about the equations of parallel lines? Okay, good. What else might be important here? The equation that they gave me, yes? Anything else? That point, yes? We're good with determining what's important. Yes? Okay. So let's talk about this. If I need to write the equation of a parallel line, you told me that they have the same slope, yes?
So it's going to be y.
Great. Let's look at the equation they gave me. It has to be parallel to this line. Do you know what the slope of that line is? Yeah, what is the slope of this line? Negative 3/4. So what's the slope of my parallel line going to be?
Negative 3/4.
Negative 3/4, yes? So technically, I know this so far, right? Right? So far, my answer is going to at least start like this, right? I know they have to have the same slope. What do I still have to figure out? What B is, right? Okay, so let's talk about what things that we highlighted. Did I use parallel already?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I use the equation already? What's the only thing I haven't used? Huh. What do we have to figure out? Right, let's figure out the B value. What do you mean? Maybe. You said this is X, this is
Y.
Wait, look over here. What's this? What's this? So can I take the point 4, 2, sub this value in for, and that will leave me B by itself, yes? So 2 equals negative 3/4 times 4 plus B. I just took the point that they gave me, the X and the Y value, sub X in for X, sub Y in for Y, yes? Now let's solve this. My calculator is going to take 10 minutes to load. You can with your calculators. 2 equals, what's negative 3/4 times 4? Negative 3, can someone else guess? Negative 3?
Yeah.
Negative 3 plus b. How do I solve for b? Add 3 on both sides. I know that b is 5. Am I finished?
No.
Why not?
Right.
Right, what did you ask me for?
Oh, that's a
It's the equation of the line, right? We know m, we know b, so now I can write y equals m x plus b. So if I go back, you guys told me that the word parallel, the equation, and the point were important. We know that parallel lines have to have the same slope. So I went to the equation that they gave me. I determined that that slope is negative 3/4. So the parallel slope would also be negative 3/4, yes?
Yeah.
So I knew this was the equation of my line so far. The only thing I hadn't used was my point. I took my x value, subbed it in, took my y value, subbed it in, solved the equation, got b to be 5, wrote the answer. Not too bad? All right, let's try this next one.
Perpendicular.
Write the equation of the line that is perpendicular to the line whose equation is y equals negative 5x plus 2 and passes through the point negative 1, 4. All right, what am I highlighting?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular,
the equation
the equation,
and the point.
and the point. Let's talk. What do we know about perpendicular lines? What do we know about their slopes? Yep, I'm going to flip the fraction. I'm going to change the sign.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's look at the equation that they gave me. Do you know the slope of that line?
Yeah.
What is it?
1.
Negative 5, correct?
Oh,
So what would a perpendicular slope be?
1.
Would it be positive or negative? Positive. What is this as a fraction?
Negative
5 over 1, right? So flip it, it's going to be
5.
1 over 5.
Oh.
Yes? Right? And if you need to write that next to it, this is really negative 5 over 1. So if I flip the fraction and change that sign, it will become positive 1 over 5. So do you agree so far? That's my equation. I use the highlighted perpendicular. I use the equation. What do I need to do now? Sub in. What are we subbing in for what? Negative 1 for x, 4 for y. So 4 equals 1/5 times negative 1 plus b. Can you solve for b? Anybody gonna get a fraction? What's 4 plus 1/5? 21 over 5. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes? Finished? Am I finished? No, did I write the equation? No, I need to. Here's my perpendicular slope. Here's my new y-intercept. I don't know about you, but I do not want to graph that line. Did you write it as a decimal?
Yeah.
Is it a repeating decimal though? I don't think that that's right. Maybe it is. Yeah, 4.2 is fine. Yeah. Thoughts? How can I make it harder?
Don't make it
You
hard.
don't. You just don't. Please no, Miss Finke.
How could I?
Don't give us the
Yeah, give it to you not in y equals mx plus b form.
Oh, that's my ball.
That's the only way I can make this harder. Right? Let's look at this one. Write the equation of the line that is parallel to the line whose equation is 2x plus y equals 5. Test for the point 3, 1. What are we highlighting or circling, underlining? Parallel. What else? The equation. What else? Okay. Let's talk about the first thing we highlighted. Parallel. What do we know about parallel lines? Same slope. Perfect. That means I need to go to my equation. Do you know the slope of the equation that they gave you?
No, you can solve it.
Right. Here's how I make it harder. That's it. Is that in y equals mx plus b form? Nope. All right, let's get it there. Subtract 2x. Y equals negative 2x plus 5. Now,
-2.
do you know the slope? Perfect. Now, what does my line, what does my parallel line have a slope of? -2. Can you finish?
Yes.
Good, finish.
That's not.
I don't know what the answer is though. Is it top of my head? 7? You know, I keep saying like guaranteed one question on the regions. Yeah. Here's another one. Those jumps, right? Breaking that line segment into a 2 to 3 ratio or a 2 to 5 ratio or 4 to 3 ratio. Definitely going to be on there. Writing the equation of a usually perpendicular, but sometimes parallel line on there as well. All right, I'm going to put 3 in for x, 1 in for y.
7.
I'm hearing 7.
Oh.
So y equals negative 2x plus 7. Questions? Okay, good. Do the next one then. My goal is for it not to be hard. I just want to make sure we're good. What are we highlighting?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular,
Point. The equation.
the point, and the equation. Oh. Anybody? Well, anybody want to come up? Perfect, thank you.
I'm gonna nominate you.
You still got your brace
I
on?
literally did it last time.
I started from the
I nominate you.
I'll keep asking you. can't wait for the new tablet that's going to come around so I could just drop it off on your desk and say, hey, you do the problem. And do it right on the tablet and it displays it on the board. Huh? Trying to get a date. One in the building. Trying. From being like,
Yeah.
I am not following what you're writing. JK, I am. That says 1/6x?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was 1/6 or 2/6.
I was confused.
Right? And me too. I was like, do we agree that when you solve that equation for y, you get the slope to be 1/6?
Yeah.
Okay? My line has to be parallel or perpendicular?
Particular.
So my line's going to have what type of slope? Positive or negative?
A negative.
That one is negative, so positive.
Are you sure that one's negative?
Hold on. It's, I got a positive. I got a
Step back for a second. Just step back for a second. So, do we agree we're going to subtract x on both sides?
Yeah.
Do we agree we're going to get negative 6y equals negative x plus 2? We're going to divide by negative 6.
I didn't divide by negative.
Yes, right. That has to come down. Now, when I have a negative 1 divided by a negative 6, a negative divided by a negative does switch to positive.
Hold on.
So the slope of that line is positive 1/6. When I flip the fraction, change the sign, I do get negative 6. Okay? That's probably, go ahead, the hardest it's going to get right there because they know that you're going to forget that negative sign in front of the 6. I know, right? I know. I know.
Alright, so the end of that shift was.
And then she's subbing in x and y. Yeah?
You got plus 16.
I don't know. Okay. We're getting plus 16. So you said? Are we getting a y intercept of 16?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, wait, go back.
Oh man, why can't I give her full credit?
I wrote it on my paper.
Right, she didn't write the equation. Alright, talk to me. I see the faces. Talk to me.
What face?
The faces that, like the WTF faces. Where are we confused? Where are we not getting it? What are we not understanding? What do we need help with? How can I help you? So you all ready for one question pop quiz right now?
Yes.
No.
So what are the questions? What don't we understand? What do we need? You're like, I need the period to end. When did it all end? 32?
Yeah, we woman it.
Fine. Pages L and M. Let me see L and M. Are there a lot on there? Hold on. Let me have.
You want to drop it?
It's fine.
Oh, there's 5. Okay, yeah. L and M. Yeah, you guys can leave the do nows up here. L and M are homework.